Hello. We've already had today's disaster already. Getting this, I thought I'd set up the Marac or whatever it's called, Marac Obama. Well, I'd set this thing up with all of the blokes on it, and as I picked it up, I forgot to take one of the guys off, and he fell on the floor and snapped his spear, which is less than ideal, as you can imagine. So first thing we're doing now is a little repair job, which, you know, once that poly cement is set, that thing will be as good as new. It's basically a plastic weld, isn't it? So let's put you on the shelf for a little bit. Right, panic averted. Like I said, first one done. First. Right. So this thing, the actual elephant itself, is pretty much done, I think. I don't think I need to do too much more to it. I need to patch up some of the elephant's skin. Maybe I'll leave that right until the end, actually. But we're going to have to do something quite counterintuitive. And we're going to break it. There we go. And we've got this cushy, cool base to paint now. Look. So the elephant is going to one side. Put it somewhere safe. There are still a few bits and bobs of the elephant I noticed that I need to do, but we're going to have fun painting the base today. I've been looking forward to painting this base. Buttery biscuit base, mate. Yeah, so like I said, I'm really looking forward to painting the base. And it's nice to have a base that you don't have to, like, do, you know, I've had to put nothing on. As in, no sand or anything like that. Just trying to work out what we're going to do. Maybe these horses look really small. I suppose they're like the Lord of the Rings models are a bit smaller, aren't they? We're just going to go in with some contrast. Do I have another contrast green I could use? Maybe this sort of green, maybe this sort of Caliban green would be a good way to start. Don't tell anyone again. Yet again, I'm using a Games Workshop paint today. And the horrors of. We got anyone who's joined us yet, or is it literally just me streaming to myself at the moment? I haven't even got the bot on, so it is literally just 100% me at the moment. Let's get the bot on at least. The singular solitary bot. Sometimes I feel lonely without it. I need to get some more. Need to get some more phones. Need to find some more old phones to boost up my. Boost up my watch time. Really need to change that YouTube thumbnail. It's not doing the business at all. It's a bit late now. Bit late to change it now. Now, this base is surprisingly gory for sort of Lord of the Rings stuff. Got geezers with like 7 arms and all sorts on here. Hey Rambo, how's it going, mate? Your Patreon intro should be active now, mate, if you want to give it a go. Programmed it in literally just before the stream, so do you want to give it a test, see if it works?
Yeah, nice one, bruv, yeah.
Oh, nice one, brother.
Nice one, brother.
Nice one, brother.
I said, nice, bruv.
Happy with that, mate? You asked for some human traffic, right? Yeah, no worries, dude. Actually officially started working on Primarchs at the pub today. But yeah, like I said, we actually officially started. I actually proper started working. I've got a prologue, like kind of half done. I've given it to a few people to listen to and, you know, see what the feedback was, and I'm gonna take that on board and maybe sort of in my lunch break tomorrow maybe try and work on it again, because the audio is really important for something like that. And I've decided to go with the sock puppet method. I might be completely mental in doing that, right? I mean, I could, like, I was thinking, like, you know, I could spend like time trying to learn how to animate, you know, how to do animations and stuff like that, and, you know, maybe get some AI animations. And then I thought, somebody said, I can't remember who it was, mentioned like, well, why don't you do like puppets, mate, like sock puppets? And I was like, you know what, I'm actually going to do that. That sounds quite fun. So I've ordered some stuff for sock puppets. I was thinking, I don't know whether to do that like an actual stream or yeah, we could stream that. I was thinking maybe just do it for Patreon, but then, you know what, we could maybe just actually stream it. And you know what? I could actually stream it and then start getting followers for the actual you know, I could get, you know, just get a few cheap early subs for the Primarchs of the pub channel itself. Yeah, exactly right. You're right. There's no reason not to, is there? I do feel like, man, I always feel like I'm on the cusp of... I always feel like I'm on the cusp of something, but something's not quite working, is it? Oh my god, I feel like I should have more followers and everything than I have. What is it? Is it just my moany, miserable self? It must be. I've had this conversation about 1 million times on stream. Oh, Rambo, man, speaking of stream numbers, if you wouldn't mind maybe whacking us on the old YouTubes as well, just muted in the background, so at least we got one person watching. Again, that all helps with those YouTube numbers as well. The Guzgull song has been completely dropped out of the algorithm now, so that's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere at all. I thought maybe this is the viral. I thought maybe this is the viral tune, and it's like, no. Not today. Not me. This is not your viral. This is not your viral tune, unless it gets like picked up. Is that a human or an orc? Did the orcs have horses in Lord of the Rings? Void Captain, how's it going, man? Thanks for the follow yesterday, I noticed. Did you jump in the chat yesterday, Void Captain? You can't have done. And were you just watching and decided, you know what? When I left, I will give that guy a follow. What's the deal, man? Because we didn't get a follower notification while we were on stream. I said, is that guy an orc or not? Mac base Games Workshop. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, that makes sense now. Do you want to see the actual elephant, mate? It looks a bit like an orc. It does, doesn't it? This one. He's got like slightly different armour. But did the orcs in Lord of the Rings ride horses? Did they ride horses? There's somebody who's painted the base there. Oh, he's painted it as a human. It looks like they're all humans. Or elves or whatever. It is a human because it's got a beard. Right. Here's the actual elephant itself, look. Wicked, bruv. Cheers, man. I said when it's on the base, it's going to look even better. When it's got the tusks in and stuff. Looking good. Cheers, chaps. I need a royal. Let's use a royal blue for this. Look at the only extra follower I got yesterday from being on stream was somebody who wasn't even watching the stream. Classic. Classic manoeuvre there. Going Colossus. Now, today's goal is to get this base painted and the tusks, I think, and then we'll only have one more bloke to paint, and this commission will be done. And that'll be another commission out of the way. And as I said to Buff Stew, whose commission this is, it wasn't the elephant that I knew was going to take the time. It was the unit, like the actual troops or the crew, whatever you want to call it, for the elephant that's going to take the time. The actual elephant itself, I know I can rattle that out pretty quick. And the base, like I said, I mean, I've been really looking forward to painting this base. It's something that's actually enjoyable, and the elephant itself is enjoyable. The you know, painting the unit is a bit of a factory task, you know. You've got like 10 blokes that are pretty much identical. Oh mate, this is 100% man flesh, isn't it, this? You know what, Mitch, we're going to be using, I think we'll crack out some of those,
Are you sure about that?
I think we'll crack out some of the old, what are they called? Army painted speed paints, I think. The metal ones. Metallics, that's the word. Well, now, as I've said before, I do kind of feel like these don't work as in necessarily work as a one coat jobby, but what they do is they cover very nicely. They don't seem to cut out any painting process for me, unfortunately. Like, you know, it's not like I was hoping that maybe these army painted speed paints, the metallics, would kind of mean that you could maybe like miss the wash stage, which they don't do, but they are really nice paints and they seem to cover really well, which is kind of counterintuitive because you would expect something that's meant to be like a speed paint or a contrast paint, or you know, however you want to put it, to kind of like not cover that well, right? You know, to allow whatever's behind it to shine through. You know, there's like an element of that kind of texture and stuff there, but not enough that I think it saves any time. It's just that they're nice paints. Nicely thinned out so you don't have to... Oh god. Just got green all over his face there. There we go. You can just have a mildly green face for now. Anyone in the land of YouTube? Make yourselves known. Hey, ride it, mate. How's it going, man? Oh, Rambo. Rambo's dual streaming, man. Classics. Yeah, these poor souls don't know Mr. Rohim. No, I don't know where that was going. It didn't quite work, did it? Normally I'm kind of like against sort of like sculpted bases and stuff because I feel like, you know, you don't have any options. Especially for things like, you know, like modern 40k assassins who are just like, or Ragnar, who is just continuously jumping off a rock. Like, I think that's naff, but for, you know, sort of movie stuff like this, like, you know, people want kind of like film, almost like film accurate, don't they? Like Peter Jackson film kind of accurate Lord of the Rings stuff. I think that this, you know, having a sculpted base like this works perfectly. Fits in well. Sorry, Ryder, I don't mean to. It's just like, you know, somebody's so excited about eating a curly whirly or a Yorkie or a twirl. just kind of, you know, it's just, you know, they're such normal items for us over here. It'd be like me going, oh my god, mate, I managed to get some Reese's Pieces the other day, mate. Can't wait to try them. You know what I mean? I don't like Reese's Pieces, by the way. I think they taste like fucking ass. But you know, that's kind of the equivalent, you know. I think you'll be impressed with the quality of English chocolate compared to American chocolate. I'm sorry to say, man, American chocolate tastes really bad. Got a feeling that it doesn't actually count as chocolate in Europe and Britain. Because it doesn't have enough cocoa in it or something like that. And it's got some weird like preservative in it. I don't taste it, but I know a lot of people do that say that American chocolate tastes like sick, as in vomit. I'm not trying to be like hyperbolic or you know, I'm not trying to be like Larry or like, you know, talk down to like, oh, American chocolate's terrible. I mean, which I do think, but you know, like that's literally what people say. I don't taste that, but to me, like American chocolate, like things like Hershey's, is it? To me, just tastes like just sugar, like grainy sugar. Yeah, I'm actually going to the Cadbury's factory on Saturday. Would you believe? It's my birthday on Friday, and I'm going to go to Birmingham, to see Zen, and we're going to be like, there was loads of stuff I kind of wanted to do out. There's a few different things I wanted to do in Brum, but it was all booked up. I know it's really kind of like really lame, but I wanted to do like, because my missus really likes Peaky Blinders. She like proper fancies Tommy Shelby, and I wanted to do a Peaky Blinders tour. I think she might enjoy that, but that was all booked up. What else did I want to do that was all booked up? Yeah, and it's like they got some like old-fashioned like Industrial Revolution sort of Victorian-esque style houses. They got a specific name in Brum, like, you know, like really small like houses, and like you can get a tour of that. I wanted to do that. That was all booked up, so we ended up doing the chocolate factory instead, which, you know, it's kind of cool. We're getting there early as well, so hopefully all the chavies ain't going to be there, all the little kids. Gotta stop saying chavvy. I've got to remember that chavvy is a Portsmouth word, and it doesn't mean little kids in other places, and it means like scumbag, townie, or whatever. Right, and those of you who missed the announcement earlier, Primark's at the pub is officially in production now. I think. Now, what do you guys reckon? Do you think I should, when I release Primark's at the pub, do you think I'm thinking I'm just going to make a brand new channel for it? Like, on its own, right? Because I know that if I put it on the main channel, i.e. the main YouTube channel, I think like my personality and just how I am, and you know, is going to turn people off. So I kind of want to keep myself kind of distance from it, if you know what I mean. And then, you know, my personality doesn't affect the success of those videos, the success of or not of those videos. Does that make sense to you guys? What are your thoughts on that? Or do you think I should just release it on the main channel? Also, this might sound completely mental, but we've decided on sock. I've decided on sock puppets. Is this black? It almost feels like purple. Now, prominence at the pub could just be an absolute disaster as well. I mean, Gorf. That's a new one. I've never been called Gorf before. I've been called many things, but Gorf is not one of them. Snake Nids. Oh, I saw a Duncan Rhodes video where he painted some really cool looking Starship Troopers Tyranids. What do you call, like, the shin guards of armour? Like what I'm painting now, like on the leg there. I know one of you neckbeards is going to know the answer to that. These aren't braces the ones that go on your hands, right? Or your wrists, kind of. What are the sort of shin guards called? Greaves! Yes, I did know that. I knew that already. I didn't need your help. I should have known. Should have known that already. know, we've all played enough fantasy games. Should have known that. I feel like these guys have got like weird padded armor. Like, why would they have padded armor like over the top? Like, the pads should be underneath the breastplates and stuff, right? If you're like wearing a gambeson or whatever. See, I know the word gambeson. If you're wearing something like that, shouldn't that all be under, not over the top of the armor? I feel like kind of some of these guys, like blonde hair, should be really quite striking. So I think I'm gonna go with buff, wherever that is. I love this colour. I love this colour, buff. Because we've got to have blondies, haven't we? From wherever they're from, Rohan or Gondor or something like that. Who's a pussy old bruv? You a pussy old blood. I feel like both of these could have blonde hair, actually. How's it going today, File Up Man? Anyway, what have you been up to, mate? Also, nobody's answered me whether I should release Primarchs of the Pub on the main channel or make a completely separate one. I've actually got some ideas for some other memeage or something, so I think that would kind of make sense if I just made a brand new channel and try and sort of work that one up from the ground up and keep this going just for like streams and stuff. Bolt action fins. You say bolt action fins? What do we mean by fins? But you know, I hear really good things about bolt action. I hear really good things about what BattleTech has done as well. I'm glad to see that BattleTech has had such a resurgence. This BattleTech's got a really cool lore and stuff as well. Although if I'm honest though, like BattleTech lore was kind of cooler before the clans. I know that's probably an unpopular opinion, but clans are cool in that, but I think the old school stuff was kind of cooler. Why is that such a surprise to people? Like, you know, even in BattleTech I'm like, yeah, don't change it. It's not like I don't like the clans. I just think that it was kind of like better when like the clans just turned up. Well, I do feel that like sort of clan mix kind of broke that early BattleTech sort of game, because you know they had all the double heat sinks and stuff like that. You know, how are like Innisphere mechs gonna handle that? And I'd like to play BattleTech again, like now, using like an app, because trying to keep track of all your heat sinks and everything like that was such a ball ache in the old days. I like House Curator. Davian and Steiner, wasn't it? My mate like used to like Steiner. And for the clans, I used to like Clan Wolf. Phelan Ward was like, wasn't he like basically like an Innisphere traitor? He like got captured by Clan Wolf, right? And then he became part of Clan Wolf. And Clan Wolf was like a warden clan, like was all about like protecting the Innisphere, right? And then it was the Crusader clans, wasn't it? Like Jade Falcon that like just wanted to enslave them and mess up the Innisphere. Correct me if I'm wrong. And God knows what BattleTech lore is these days. I mean, like that's, you know, that's lore from like the mid 90s. That's the kind of lore that I knew. Mid to late 90s. I don't really know much about the lore these days. YouTubers, anyone out there? Apart from Buff? I'm trying to think of like a secondary colour for these guys. I suppose it would just be, I mean, they're all in the same army, aren't they? So it should probably just be green. Anyone doing any hobby today? Or is it just me? Just me. Not me. Relaxing about painting dead bodies. A bit longer than I was expecting, though. Don't tell me we're going to be doing a double streamage on the base. What's your day job again, Ryder? I know you have told me before, but a memory like a sieve, mate, sorry. Logistics super. Ah, okay. So if you're a logistics supervisor for a pharmacy, I know this is going to sound dumb, but like, how come you need to be, I mean, I can imagine a pharmacist would need to be on call, but why would the logistics supervisor for the pharmacy need to be on call? I know it's going to be a really obvious answer, but just humour me, please, mate. help a dumbass out. Rig it? Well, you gotta pull the rigging on and stuff, man. That's crazy, mate. It's a French bastard. How long would it take to, like, rig something like that? Like, you know, how intricate is the rigging, you know? About an hour or so, okay. Man, I bet it looks cool with the rigging on it, mate. Also, I'll say again, if anyone wants to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, that's on Twitch. Go to my YouTube channel, hit the mute button, and just let this stream run in the background, man. Also, it helps me with watch hours. Not that it matters. Nobody likes me. Well, in later news, the raid worked yesterday, didn't it? When we raided into the other stream. It's good. So at least we can get the raids back on the go now. Ugh. Nose running. Who's going to be about for a music stream potentially tomorrow as well? You going to be about Colossus? Yeah, it might not be until like 9 o'clock or something tomorrow. It's my birthday on Friday, chaps. He's going to send me a present. Oh, Garth, I bought you the latest Primaris Lieutenant. I know you'd really enjoy painting that on the stream, so I bought you 10 of them. Why? Why have you forsaken me? Also, a question to the Patreons. Would you guys be interested in helping me out with some of the pubs at the Primark stuff? And by help out, what I mean is just maybe tomorrow or even today have a listen to basically the pilot episode, well, the prologue pilot episode, like proof of concept audio. And yeah, there's not going to be a video for a while, unfortunately, for it, but you know, and those sort of things. I mean, the audio is actually more important than what's on, you know, than what's on screen and the puppets. That's really, thinking about it, it's really kind of out there, isn't it, what I'm doing there? That should stand out from, you know, the usual, I'm sorry to say, but what, in my opinion, piss poor 40k memeage that's out there. Like stuff that's just like a Space Marine body with like some, like, I don't know, like Will Smith quote or something, like with just like Will Smith's head and then a Space Marine's body, and then like literally just like, you know, something written like how Space Marines feel when they see chaos or something like that, and it's just like some fucking clip, like just the head. I don't understand the new humour, man. I don't understand new memeage. That, like, to me, that's just like not funny at all. Feel horny. Where do you think I'm going to be able to get a British pot noodle from in Japan, mate? I'm a good cook, actually. You might not think so. You might not realise that. Me and Colossus were actually talking about, you know, a cooking YouTube channel today. He was like, why don't you just do a cooking YouTube channel or something, Garth? Like, you know, something that normies would watch. No. It's 40k based drum and bass, Primarks at the pub, or nothing. Nothing. There's no in between. There will be no normie. There will be no normie videos here. Leave your normie humour at the door, please. Garth's goulash, mate, that sounds grim. You don't want to know what goes into Garth's goulash, mate.
Garth has many strange theories. Broccoli coming from space is just one. I don't like broccoli. I don't eat it.
Yeah, there's a lot of broccoli. Space broccoli in there. Bobby G's kebab shop. You know, primates at the pub, they're going to have to end up at a kebab shop at some stage, aren't they? That's going to have to go in there. I'm going to have to... It's hard to judge how much I need to listen to other people when it comes to that Primarchs at the pub. Because I've got my own vision, right? And humour and stuff is so individual. And it's like music as well. Like, I've made music before that I thought was complete shit. I didn't like it at all. And then like loads of other people have turned around and gone, mate, that was fucking banging. What did you do there? And I'm like, what, that shit bit that I fucked up? And they're like, yeah, man, sounded crazy. I really liked it. So maybe maybe I shouldn't think too much about it. Do you guys want to hear some? Do you guys want to hear? Do you guys want to have an exclusive? Should we just go do an exclusive Primarchs at the pub? Just get a general feeling. Right here, right now on stream. Fuck it. I'm talking about it, right? There's no point in me talking about it and not showing you what I've been working on, is there? You want to see? Want to have a listen?
Do it.
Let's pause the music. Stop the music, damn it. Right, when you guys have a listen and just give me some, give me your thoughts. Wait, this is literally the first. This is literally the complete first draft of it, though. Bearing in mind. Do it. Did that work, Colossus, when you played that? All right, let's have a listen.
Totty at the bar. I reckon if I play my cards right.
Right, it's too.
Check out the totty at
Oh
the
shit!
bar.
What am I doing? What's going on?
I reckon if
Can you
I
guys
play
hear
my
that or not?
cards-
I know there might be a bit of an echo now. I'm sorry. Quiet. Yeah, I thought so. Try not to blow your eardrums out now.
Bar. I reckon if I play my cards right.
Yeah.
Wardsy, check out the totty at the bar. I reckon if I play my cards right, I could slip the old chainsword. What do you reckon?
Will you look at that Space Marine? Yeah, fucking bonkers.
She's a Xeno, Gilliman. And what? If father even catches you looking at that thing, he's gonna blow his psychic Swede. But she's so shapely. Look at those ears. Gets me all hot under my laurels. Always the conservative ones. They're into the weirdest shit. So what is it, Gilliman? I ain't got all day. So what do I owe this pleasure? Thought you would never ask. I was thinking of getting the gang back together. The gang? You mean a gang of dysfunctional, half-deranged, egotistical layabouts? Brothers? Ha! I don't know if you've noticed recently, but the only thing that united us back in the day was booze, drugs and bloodshed. And there ain't been much of that since that holiday on Nicaea where Father banned Magnus from the medicine cabinet. I'll have none of it. Father had his reasons. Magnus got really We all know what Magnus did and the repercussions. I suppose the sesh never really was your thing, was it, Gilliman? Too busy with your rules and codes. What does it say in your codex about Eldar with loose morals and even looser gashes, anyway? How dare you? The Codex Astartes states that a Primarch may copulate with any Xeno filth he may so choose, as long as he is pure of mind and wearing the Legion battle fog. It states here in subsection 3 of Enough, gentlemen. We all know you put that amendment in yourself anyways. The little codex of Xeno reach-arounds. Pathetic. Now answer me. Why am I here? Well, Fulgrim sent me a text message. A text message? What's wrong? Is your astropath on holiday or something? There's a drum and bass gig going down at the Eagle tonight. Vulcan is DJing. I think we should show some support. As brothers, Fulgrim put you up to this. But he doesn't even like drum and bass. Neither do you. Something's not right here. It will be glorious, brother. Brothers in arms, back together. Shapes will be thrown. Then we call Fulgrim. I'll get to the bottom of this.
Hello?
Fulgrim.
Hello?
It's me.
You're gonna have to speak louder, I can't hear you.
Mortarion.
Hello?
Mortarion.
I got you good. This is Fulgrim's answer machine.
Oh, he's such a
I'm
prick.
Arm of the Emperor's children. Leave a message after the beep.
Fulgrim, it's your beloved brother, Mortarion. Call me back immediately, you long-haired purple twat. Tell me, brother, what glory awaits us at the Eagle? Is Fulgrim there? Vulcan? I don't know yet. I left him a message.
Yeah, so that's work in absolute progress. That's literally the first draft I've ever done of it. So I wrote that script, if you could call that a script, in about fucking 10 minutes or something. And then just like spent a few, like hour, 2 hours or something like that, like just mucking about with the editing and stuff of the actual thing. But there's going to be sock puppets, and also there's going to be a bit of a lead-in. So I was speaking to Mitch and that, and they're right. Need a bit at the beginning, but bear in mind it's not meant to be an audio book. It's meant to be more visual as well, because it's going to have fucking puppets, right? But yeah. So what's the general consensus? Like I said, it's not quite there yet. Of course, it's more of a proof of concept, shall we say? But is it worth pursuing? Is really the question I'm asking. If you could even hear it. I think you could, though. And let me know, is that music too loud now? And if it comes back that like nobody even listened to that, and there's like I've got 0 viewers now, and then I've got my answer. Definitely pursue it. You reckon, Welsh Minis? What do other people think? Of course, like I said, humour is very personal, so there are going to be bits that have hit for some people, complete misses for others. Yeah, well, they're not always going to be at the pub, you know. They're not always going to be at the pub, like, you know. The plan is that they're going to end up going to like a rave. What you could do is that maybe they, like, you know, they start off in the pub, and then they go to like another pub. What I'm thinking is the lead-in is going to be that actually they're at Wetherspoons. So I need to add a bit at the beginning, which is like, why did you invite me to Wetherspoons, brother? You know I don't like it here. They don't even do beer and burgers anymore. Something like that. Something along those lines. But I mean, obviously, I know that also some of you are going to be like, man, that was fucking cringe, which is fair enough. Because again, It's all... Humour is very subjective. And not everyone's going to like it. And if we've got like 10 people watching this at the moment, then, you know, 10, 15, well, we got 12 people watching this, then at least 1 or 2 of you are going to go, fuck that, that was terrible. At least. So if that's how you're feeling, I don't mind, man. You can say in the chat. I'm not going to cry about it. I'm just going to ban you. Any other feedback? Anybody? That's not good. That's not making me feel great. There's going to be a lot of effort as well. Like I said, I think I'll just start off a whole brand new channel for it, which is kind of daunting, but and of course I'll kind of get the prologue out there and like just kind of... Oh, Void Captain, you didn't get to hear it. The adverts got cut off. Oh man, that's annoying. As I said, any, you know, feedback's all good, man. I need it. Did you have adverts as well, buddy? That's fucking annoying, man. How annoying's that? Like, literally, I'm like, can I have some feedback? And then, obviously, stupid Twitch just throws the adverts in there. I'm really sorry, chaps. If I could disable the adverts and just, like, have, like, you know, no subs or whatever, like, you know, and no adverts, I'd actually do it. Because I say this all the time, I find the Twitch adverts so invasive that I would prefer to just stream like with no subbies and like just not have people subjected to that. But I know this is going to sound, I'm going to shill. But, you know, if you guys don't want any adverts, you know what to do, man. You're going to have to sub. There's no other way around it. I'm sorry. I wish there was another way. You're going to have to wait for somebody to give you a gift sub. Seriously, man. These adverts really piss me off. Do my nut in, mate. Alright, so far Witherspoons would be full of Primaris. Oh mate, they could even say that. Couldn't he? Why did you bring me in here, Killerman? You know I hate it in here. It's always full of Primaris and young'uns. It's always full of Primaris and neophytes in here. Yeah, that works. We'll put that in there at the beginning. Good shout. spoons would be full of Primaris, yeah, but... Did the firstborn even go out anymore? Right, that's not quite the brown I was looking for there. Can somebody explain to me why text-to-speech was so popular? Like, whenever I watched it, I just didn't understand it at all. Like, obviously, loads of people found it really, really funny. Are there any, like, text-to-speech fans here? Like, I'm just wondering, like, you know, they're obviously good at what they do, but, like, I just didn't get it at all. Not a clue what it is. They don't even exist anymore. GW basically killed it, didn't they? It was like a really popular, like, sort of like meme 40k based, like, YouTube series, would you call it? Like, loads of people loved it. And I just never really got it. Don't know what I was missing. I don't know if this is kind of. I don't know if this is working. I'm trying to do a kind of like mottled effect. Anyway, it's just the first. Right, trust in the process, Garth. That's what I need to do. It will look alright later. It's just in dog shit stage. Yeah, so did you watch it for Captain Text-to-Speech? Like, were you a fan of it? Did you watch it? Did you like it? Like I said, I just didn't get it. Like, so, like, you know, they had million. Didn't they have, like, did they literally have 1 million subbies? Now, I know they had a lot, right? Maybe not 1 million, but they had a lot, right? Because I think even, like, non-40k players would watch it. But I just didn't get it. I just didn't get it at all. think I might have underestimated how long it's going to take me to paint this base. Because we're knocking on 10 o'clock already, so it's been an hour and a half, and I feel like I haven't made any progress at all, really. There's a huge amount of detail in here. I mean, really, I'm painting like, what, how many blokes have we got in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so, you know, there's 6 separate blokes on here, random bits of armour all over the place, and what, 3 horses? So, really, that's like, what, painting the whole unit, actually? Or half, you know, I know it's only half of them is sculpted, but like then we add all like the random bits of weaponry and stuff, like, so I'm gonna have to reevaluate. I thought I would have been done by now, pretty much, or like, you know, really close to being done. Not even in the wash stage. Still base coating up like a motherfucker, man. Some of it was really funny. Yeah, see, look, I just didn't get it. I mean, I've watched quite a few episodes of it, like, to try and see if I could get into it, you know? Like, I gave it a good chance. But it's just that kind of sort of meme humour that's, I think it's just a bit... I think my meme humour is of a certain age now, and that kind of stuff I just don't get. I'm definitely going to redo Gilliman's voice, Gilliman's parts. I think I'm going to keep Mortarion. I'm going to speed up. So I'm talking about Primus. I'm going to speed up the first little bit of dialogue with Mortarion, because I left it as my sort of cadence and my sort of speed, a bit like Zen said, oh, you know, Mortarion at the beginning was speaking a bit slow, and it's like, well, to me, he kind of wasn't, like, you know, like the gaps in the speech and stuff, but he's probably right. So I'll speed that up. I'm going to re-record Gilliman because my accent kind of wavers in it. Sometimes I sound posh, and then other times I just sound like me. Like I said, I'd really appreciate some more feedback if there is any. Because what I'd like to do is, on my lunch break tomorrow, like I said, re-record Gilliman and do all of that, and then maybe add a few little bits more, and then kind of maybe release the prologue to the patrons to have a listen to. I also found a long lost episode of The Epic Narrator, which I'm going to release on Patreon. It's just a narration, and the audio was shite on it, which is why I scrapped it and I couldn't recover it. But somebody might find some enjoyment on it, so I might as well just release, like I said, might as well just release it out to the Patreons. Certainly not good enough. It's not good enough to get the full YouTube treatment. How many lurkers we got out there? Got 11 people watching us. 2 of those are me. There's only 1 or 2 of you chatting. Who's lurking? Being quiet. Anyone new out there? First time to the stream, anybody? If so, welcome. I'm a massive knobhead. And talk loads of shit. Self-deprecating humour, yeah, that's what we'll call that. Lurking but painting. So what are you painting in, Firelock? Now that you've completed the galleon or whatever, you know, the froggy ship. Or are you still working on that? Man, I've still got to watch Hornblower. I said I've never seen it. It's criminal, really, isn't it? It's basically Sharp on sea. Buddy, if you're still there, mate, have you heard my Happy Hardcore Gus Gold tune I've released on YouTube? If you ever need a old school rave 40k hit, mate, that's the one to go for, man. It's got whole 2 dislikes, lads. We're going to find those 2 dislikers and hunt them down. Oh, you were here yesterday, actually, buddy, when we said about it, weren't you? Thinking about it, because you were like, oh, anyone who gives a dislike is an idiot, right? Thanks for that, Colossus. Oh man, I might even just shut down the YouTube channel, man. It's like more embarrassing to have no YouTube views at the moment. It's more embarrassing to have no viewers than like to have some. Right, so this is going to be desert, isn't it? What colours did we do for the desert? I think we used this, didn't we? Yeah. Give him a Simerson. Simerson. Give him the old-fashioned Simerson dislike. The old Simerson slash. I'm a little bit worried that if I'm putting all of this paint on here, it's going to take a while to dry, which is going to leave us with not much to paint. I suppose I've got the tusks to do, haven't I? The paint straight out of the pot, look. Oh my god. This is gonna look so cool when it's done. I can see it in my mind's eye. Open your mind, Quaid. Getting hungry, chaps. I really fancy a cheese sandwich. I'm going to admit that I do actually watch some TikTok stuff, right? I've been watching this geezer on TikTok. He's like a American bloke, and he says that he identifies as a British guy, and like he's like ordering like British food and stuff like that and trying it for the first time like on TikTok, but they seem to be like American versions, but like people like sort of send him stuff as well. And I don't know, man, like he managed to get like a frozen like microwave chicken tikka masala or something like that from the local American supermarket, whatever it is, like a Walmart or whatever it is. I don't know much about American supermarkets, but kept on calling it was a chicken tikka masala, right? And he kept on calling it a chicken tiki masala or something like that, a chicken tiki masala. No, man, that just tickled me. I want to send the geezer some Bovril. And he didn't know how to say ploughmans. He's like, somebody said, oh, you should eat like a ploughman's lunch or whatever, and he's like, how can you not say ploughmans? It's spelled ploughman. Like ploughmans. Even if he said ploughmans, yeah, I could let him off, right? But like, he couldn't say ploughmans. Like, it's spelt as it said. Like, how can you not get that? Found out that my missus likes ploughmans now. Went to a country pub the other day when we were camping, and I was like, yeah, you had one of these yet? She's like, what is it? I was like, oh, it's a ploughman's. She's like, well, what is it? I was like, look, it's just going to be like cheese, bread, pickle, you like pickle, and like you're going to get some apple and some salad and stuff like that, you know, so it's nice and fresh. It's quite light. I reckon that'd be perfect for you right now. And she ate it and she was like, what's that thing called? I was like, it's a ploughman's. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to get that again. That was really good. I got a fish and chips, right? And I got a fish and chips, right? I showed a picture to my American mates on my sort of Chinese group chat, like the blokes I used to knock about with in China. Always giving this old adage of like, oh, English people are famous for not seasoning their food, blah 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 blah. It's like, what are you? That really pisses me off, man. Like, especially like coming from, like, no offence to the Americans, but I mean, I've been to America, I've eaten your food, and like to say that English food is bland and there's no taste is just ridiculous. Like most of the American food that I ate, man, was like, it was full of additives, sugary, and didn't have anywhere near as much taste as like the average British meal. Come at me, bro. If you disagree, then like, you know, that's up to you, but like, seriously, like, if you ain't been to Britain and you ain't eaten our food, and we're not talking about, oh yeah, I went to London. If you haven't eaten proper British food and you're going on about it's got no flavour and all of this lot, then you don't know what you're fucking talking about. enrages me. No, avoid Captain, mate. You're going to have to hit that subscribe button, mate. I was moaning about Americans saying that English food and, like, you know, English people are famous for not adding seasoning and stuff like this. It's such a load of shit. And like when I showed him the picture of the fish and chips, right, he was like, "Oh, look at it." It's like, "What sauce are you gonna have with your fish and chips?" And I was like, "I'm gonna have salt and vinegar, mate." And he's like, "See, I told you, like, no seasoning, just salt and vinegar." I'm like, why the fuck do I need to drench fish and chips in like a load of shit, mate? It tastes alright on its own. I don't need to put bloody ranch dressing on it or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's fish and chips, mate. I mean, it's good quality fish and chips, like country pub fish and chips, right? It's not fish and chips from the fish and chip shop, which is a complete different beast, or a bloody kebab shop or something. Why do I need to put like a load of crap on the fish and chips? The fish tastes nice, the batter's already seasoned, right? Why do I need to drench it in sauce? Right? The fish should be able to speak for itself. It enrages me. What's wrong with him, mate? And then he said, get this, man. And he's like, "Ah, yeah, well, all English food is just like a bastardization of like other food, and you just stole everyone else's food." I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? You come from America, mate. You're famous for hamburgers and French fries. Hamburgers, guess where they're from, mate? Hamburg. It's in the fucking name, right? Pizza, where's that from? Fucking Italy, right? And like, fucking French fries, mate, where are they from? It's... none of that is your own food, mate. Like, and you made a mess of it. Like, you know, like, you made it unhealthy. Like, an American pizza is nothing like a real pizza, is it? It's nothing like a real Italian pizza. And, like, you know, like, yeah. See, it really grinds my gears, mate. He got me, man. He was probably just winding me up. I know what he's like. He likes winding me up, and he gets me every time. See, he's not even here, and he's winding me up. Me and him used to argue all the bloody time. He was still one of my best mates when I was in China. He was funny as fuck, but like we used to bicker like old wives. Andrew, his name was. If you're out there, Andrew, hello, mate. And fuck off. Kurtwig, how's it going? Doing alright, Kurtwig, doing alright. It's you I was speaking to that was playing Gladius, right? I just don't want to get you confused with someone else. Yeah, that Gladius game is alright. I quite like it. It's like I said, it's basically it's like Civ 40k. Kind of feel like there should be diplomacy in it though, or some kind of diplomacy. Do you stream, Kurt Tig? If so, I've got to give you a follow. And a raid, if needed, when you're on. Ah, you don't, do you? How do you know Chillers, then? Where is he today? Is he about, or is he playing Gladius as well? This base is way more effort than I thought it was going to be. I must have said that about 20 times now this stream. I am really dubious as to how much detail I want to put on some of this, because once the dry, I know that the dry pigment is going to kind of like cover up a lot of this. And I'm certainly not drenching the I'm not drenching a whole base like this in Agrax Earthshade or something. I think I'm going to have to make some of my own Agrax. Maybe I could thin down some contrast paint. I mean, I've got two bottles of... I've got contrast wormwood, and then I've got the army paint of speed paints. Maybe that would work. Maybe that would save a little bit of money as well. Just really water down the speed paint. Shall I do that? Really talking about saving pennies here, but anyone out there in YouTube land? I really messed up on the thumbnail on this one, I think. Really have. No randoms at all. Oh, okay, that's cool. I should probably work on my welcomingness. I could be a bit brash, let me say. I'm the gatekeeper, mate, as we all know. Somebody gonna play that meme? Oh no. Look what I've done there, look. Well done. Ugh, it's taken a long time. Much longer than anticipated. Ever seen what the rest of the elephant looks like, Kerwin? Do you want to have a Ganges? So I don't know if Ryder's still there, but Ryder was saying about like, oh yeah, he's going to buy some eBay stuff on a guy who's leaving the hobby. It's like nobody ever leaves the hobby, man. Nobody ever leaves the hobby. That's right, Dave. I'm the mouth of GW. Right, the actual elephant, I'm going to try not to get paint all over it. The actual elephant here, look. It's not quite finished, but getting there, look. And then once that's on the base, look, that's going to look fucking badass, I know it. Right. when like with all the dust and stuff and all the blood from the, and then with the actual blokes on top of it as well, and all the and the bigger tusks on it, this is going to look absolutely fucking balling. Now back to the base. See, the base is not bringing, it's not bringing the punters in. It's not as interesting to look at as the as the elephant. People like look at a stream like on the thumbnails and stuff like that on Twitch or whatever it is, and then you can see the elephant and people are like, oh, that looks sweet. It is a great base, man, and it's gonna look absolutely amazing when it's done, I reckon. Keep blowing my own trumpet here a little bit too much, don't I? Yeah, it's going to look absolutely amazing, mate. It's not going to be Golden Demon standard, is it? But it's going to look cool. And in my opinion, I know it's going to look badass. And that's my opinion and Buff Stew, who is the commissioner, the commissioner, the guy who's paid me to paint this. As long as he's happy with it, then those are the two people that most matter. Me and him. And him most of all, because he's the one who's paid the money. But I think what would be sensible, if I paint the shields and the spearheads and stuff like that, and then put like a wash over the entire sand, and then I'll probably have to call that there, unless I crack on with the tusks, which I could do. Because once the wash goes on, it's going to take a while to dry on this base, because it's bloody huge. And we want the base to be absolutely bone dry before we even start attempting. Yeah, I'll do all the washes and get the final base coat, you know, because I can push myself to do that. I'm being lazy. Let's just get all the base coats done. Let's get the first layer of wash on, and then decide if we're going to paint the tusks as well. See, how interesting for you to hear my thought process. Riveting. Yeah, well, sometimes I am, but I mean, like, you know, it's I never used to get this, right? This is a modern phenomenon, because it's something I never used to get when I was younger, and I never used to get basically before all of these internet painting channels and streams like myself, right? I mean, well, I would consider myself an average to good painter, I think, right? I'd say I'm average to good, right? I can paint to a fair level, but I get like, you know, I'm like, how dare I stream sometimes? I'm like, you know, I see some of these guys on streams and on YouTube and stuff, and it's like, how dare I stream? Like, you know, why would anyone watch my level of painting, you know, when they could watch that? You know, why do that? Why do I even bother? Like, you know, I kind of feel like sometimes, like, you know, I look at my own painting and I'm like, mate, like, you need to up your game. What's going on there? And it's really counterproductive, and it's something that I never used to do. I always used to be like, mate, I am well happy with that. I like my minis. That's what I wanted to do. But now, I get that. And it's because of all, like I said, it's because of all of these YouTube channels and all of these. I must be part of the problem as well. All of these YouTube channels, all of these how-to videos, like, you know, and they're not giving you the full story in the videos of how long it takes and things like that. And Instagram and stuff like that, you know. And, you know, they go on about, like, you know, young ladies, like, look at Instagram and get, like, an unrealistic opinion of, you know, what their body shape should look like and stuff like this. You know what, mate? I get an unrealistic view of what my miniatures should look like and what constitutes a good miniature for the client, you know. I'm like, whoa, man, why would anyone pay me to paint when, like, you know, they could, you know, my minis are not good enough to be paid for. It's quite unhealthy, really, I think. Certainly is a modern pitfall. Like, for a long time, I just thought, like, you know, I can't really charge for commissions. I'm not good enough. Do you know what I mean? And then I'm like, you know what, man? Actually, well, stuff's all right. And I've got my own style, and some people like my style, and they're prepared to pay for it. So, don't beat yourself up. Yeah, I mean, sometimes a lot of it is the way that people photograph their models as well. Some people are just really good at photography and they make, like, an average model look like fucking 20 times better. I'm not. My photography, I don't have a fancy enough camera. I've got my own. I've got my bloody iPhone. I've got my phone here, right? This is just my phone that I use for the stream. That's what I use to take photos of my models as well. I don't really have quite the understanding of lighting for photography and how to edit the photos of photography photos. I don't really get how to edit those afterwards, like, to get to, like, a real super sort of standard. Oh yeah. I mean, I will when it's done. I'll be proud of it. You see, what another pitfall is for painters, man, especially new ones, right, is you get to dogshit stage. This is dogshit stage right now. This is the critical moment where you've got to power through. Is like, you know, you look at it and you're like, this model's never going to look good, man. How is it? But you got to get through that fucking that stage. It's that's where models die and they languish on the shelf somewhere, half painted, and they're never finished. And and as soon as they get on that shelf half painted, they're never going to get painted, man. That's it. They're done, man. Because to go back to it is much harder, I think. So, struggling through the dogshit stage is something that is, you know, it's really not talked about enough. Perhaps I'll do a video on it. Perhaps I'll do a video on the dogshit stage. It'll be a nice, easy video for me to film and edit. Something that needs to be shared. What kind of dwarves are you painting? Is it Warhammer Fantasy or Age of Sigmar? Are they even called dwarves anymore? I'm sure if it's Age of Sigmar they'll be called something weird. Like the squats are now called the Leagues of Votan. That's the crappiest name. Still better than Astra Militarum, but there we go. Motivational video. I don't know if motivational videos are really my thing. bit of a. What would you say? I don't think I'm a misery guts, and I don't think, I'm not overly. I wouldn't say I'm overly negative, but what I am is blunt, I think, and a lot of people can't take the bluntness. It's like, mate, if it's true, it's true. Like, can't sugarcoat it. That's what I was saying, like, when I played my little audio of Primarchs at the pub. I am well aware it is nowhere near finished. It needs work. It's literally just the first draft, so I'd prefer people who are, like, overly critical, because then I can actually do something about it. Whereas if they say nothing and go, yeah, Garth, it's absolutely amazing, I love that. And then I'll release it, and it just gets absolutely panned on YouTube after I've spent loads of time on it, then that's just going to demotivate me. Whereas I could have fixed it, in the early stages and not gone completely awry. Duardin now. Duardin. Oh, mate. Seriously.
Are you sure about that?
Duardin. I am really not sure about that. Is that how you meant to say it? I know some neckbeards are going to go, no, it's Duardin or something. Saying it wrong. One of my YouTube videos, I had loads of people going, oh, saying Primaris, it's not Primaris, it's Primaris. It's like, oh, calm down, you fucking twats. Primaris, who cares? It's a made-up word, mate. Do you have any idea, like, the butchery of 40k names and things like that there used to be before the internet? God damn, when we were kids, mate, like, we didn't have the internet to tell us how to say these words. I mean, I know it's Catachan, right? And it's spelt Catachan Jungle Fighters. But, like, everyone used to say Catchan. Catchan, that sounds better than Catachan to me. I say Abaddon, and then, like, on some books you hear, what is it? Abaddon, right? How crap does Abaddon sound? Abaddon sounds like an evil name, and, like, some people say, yeah, it's Abaddon, as in he's a bad guy. But it's not. I think that's a bit too cheap. Like, God, there's so much. It's like Mephiston, right? I mean, like, any of them, like, all of these, like, weird names, right? And, like, sometimes just made up names, right? I mean, like, we used to say, is it Dante, right? Commander Dante. When we were kids, we used to call him Commander Daint. Like, unless you were, like, in the hobby in the 90s, man, you'll never know the massacre of like, trying to pronounce, like, how are you meant to pronounce that? Like, I'm saying it wrong. Any of the old heads, can you guys remember any other, like, sort of massacres? Tyranids. Tyrannids. Space Marines. Yeah, that's a classic, mate. I got a whole song dedicated to the Space Marines, man. Well, yeah, Pacific. Codex Astartes names this maneuver Steel Rain. Those Clinton Dawn of War ones are well funny, man. We know our duty and we must do it. We are the Emperor's fury. We shall not die. No. No. Oh, give myself a bit of a chuckle. Steel Rain. It's classic, isn't it? The Codex Astartes stasis maneuver Steel Rain. Oh man, it's genius. It is the Bane Blade. It's like the ultimate classic from that though, isn't it? Or has anyone heard the song The Bold Brothers? If you haven't heard that, it's like a remix of like two of those blokes from Dawn of War. Brother, I am pinned here. Taken. Man, Dawn of War was a really good game, wasn't it? As in, like, just a good game. Like, well balanced and, you know, kind of fun. I feel like it's like a bit of a shame with, like, the unit cap. And, like, I almost feel like a game like that shouldn't have worked. I feel like, you know, like capturing sort of beacons and stuff like that is a kind of odd way to get resources and stuff. But then again, I'm coming from the old sort of Command and Conquer mindset where, like, you know, or StarCraft or whatever, you know, where you got to mine certain resources, you know, that was kind of a new thing. Like different, very different when that came out. The Dreadnoughts had some really cool quotes, didn't they? And the Librarian as well. I mean, they just got Dawn of War right, didn't they? Like, you know, all the voice acting and stuff like that just felt like 40k. And it was obvious it wasn't, again, it wasn't taking itself too seriously. All of it now is just takes itself way too seriously, man. Like, the whole, like, all of the fun is, like, just, like, destroyed in 40k, I think. And it's all about being lore accurate and stuff like that. It's like the roots of, like, just it being a fun, crazy universe where everything can happen is gone. It's all just, those are the wrong chapter markings and stuff like that, you know. Mate, seriously? You can have a word with yourself. Oh no, the second company doesn't actually have heavy weapons. It's all right, they did in second edition, alright? So they're having heavy weapons. Why don't you fucking sod off? Leave us alone. Go and watch your looting lore video, mate. Not that looting's videos are bad or anything like that. I just find them a bit boring. They're not really my sort of taste. And I find them super dry. As in, like, I'm watching a history thing, and I'm not watching a history thing. If I want to watch a history thing, I'll go and watch Mark Felton. Right, I did say I wasn't going to waste a load of Agrax Earthshade, but fuck it, sod it. I'm just going to go. I can't bothered. I'm just going to dump a load of Agrax on this. Even though I just said I'm not going to do this, as it's a waste. Can't be bothered to mix up my own brew of wash just to save a few pennies, and it's going to be, and if I do that, it's going to be, I'm going to end up having more wash, you know, clean up to do. So sod it, we'll just do this. I'm going to pay for the convenience. This stuff's probably worth more than gold in weight, but there we go. Sort of thing that was saying that like GW models are in weight are worth more than silver, right? Just think, like all of the money that we've spent on plastic crack, right? If we'd have bought like silver ingots, right? Silver goes up, you know, silver and gold and stuff like that, you know, they go up in price. We'd probably be fucking minted. Imagine over all of these years how much money we've spent on 40k and hobby and plastic crap, man. Sickening. That really is an addiction, isn't it, really, when you think about how much money we've all spent. There's something like, you know, what else could we have spent this money on in the time? Like, you learnt a language, maybe? Started your own business. Alright, Alan Sugar. And calm the fuck down, mate. Battle Brothers. Yeah, man. You're not a true Space Marine until you say brother every sentence. Many brothers have fallen. Many brothers shall get school dinners today. Brother Raphael has chosen beans on toast. Where it is a glorious food. Glorious beans. Take the sacred Worcestershire sauce and apply it liberally to the cheese on toast. Neophyte, listen. Cannot face the tyrannid swarm without at least 2 rations of bacon and a slice of black pudding. This black pudding is a relic from many eons ago, from the early 90s of Woolworths. Remember Woolworths, brother, always. The store that shouldn't have existed, but it did, in the warp. Selling all manner of knickknacks. Spice Girls CDs, sleeping bags, pillows. Yeah, like what the fuck was Woolworths? Was just like a catch-all bollocks store, wasn't it? Woolies. They have like Woolworths in Australia and stuff as well, didn't they? Woolies was international. So I feel like I might just actually just drench the blokes and the horses in Knoll oil as well. They've ruined it. It's all the same colour. Yes, mate. It is all the same colour. It's a base. It's a buttery biscuit base, and it should not detract from the main model too much. So having some muted tones is not going to be a bad thing. And also, as I've said multiple times, this is going to get covered up by dry pigment and blood and stuff anyway, right? Looks like an absolute dog's dinner at the moment, but as we were just discussing, it's entered supreme dogshit stage. Look, somebody like tunes into the stream now and goes, "What's this guy painting? Oh my god, look at that! Looks fucking dire." Like, don't worry, mate. It's only like 2 hours work there, ready to go. Right. So as I said, there's not really much I can do with this now because yeah, look, that's exactly what it is. Help me, brother. The black pudding relic. Oh man, nobody's clipped me for. I can't remember the last time somebody actually did a clip of my stream. Fucking ages ago. I bet the last one, like my stream looks absolutely terrible. It was probably like 2 years ago somebody clipped it. Kurtwick, you'll probably like the Primarks at the pub skit that I'm gonna release. I'll have to keep you informed. Okay, ladies and gents, I think we'll call it there for today. Like I said, I can't really do much with this. Tomorrow, music stream about 9 o'clock, mate. Come and celebrate my birthday. I will be 39 on Friday, but we'll go through to my birthday on the music stream. 8:30, 9 o'clock, something like that. Who's down with that? You up with that, chaps? You down? Down with the clown? Insane clown posse? I'm actually a secret juggalo. No lie. I actually think insane clown posse, alright? Now you all have permission to unfollow me. But I am down with the clown, man. I used to like driving around with ICP on when I was living in Japan in my car. That really pissed the Japanese off, man. Happy hardcore, ICP, and the odd bit of metal. I can think of anything worse to fucking be blaring out of a convertible car, could you? With the subwoofers. Especially in Japan. They like silence everywhere. Fucking bell end here drives past, fucking roof down. Yeah, fucking neons on. Like it's a proper towny twat. The latest early 2000 club bangers. Right, like I said, we're going to go and raid Eldritch Sophie. If anyone is out there on YouTube, well, thank you. You've been very quiet, but I don't think anyone random from YouTube stuck around today. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. But we had a good turnout on Twitch. We got 12, 15 people who've been watching us. 20, 30, 200, 3,000. I had about 10,000 people watching me. Like, and I didn't even get in the hot tub, mate. Fucking mental in it. Didn't even have to get my baps out today. And I had 20 million people watching me on stream, man. I am the new I don't know, I can't even think of a famous streamer to finish that joke. That's how much I know about modern culture and society. Anyway, so we're going to go and raid, like I said, Eldritch Sophie. And that's it. I'll see you all tomorrow for some tunes. do you spell Sophie? Sophie. Shit. Fleetwood. All right, that's it. I'm done. I'm gonna. Is anyone on pay? Is anyone the Colossus Mitch? Are you guys still about? Maybe a game of something, perhaps. If not, I'm just gonna go and mong out to some YouTube. Take care of each other. Bye bye. Oh no, that's really awkward. No, one day I'll work out how to end the stream. I used to have like real good like invalid username. Oh, for God's sake. Let's try that raid again, shall we? Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, I used to be able to end the streams really well with like an ending screen and stuff like that. But YouTube's probably going to copyright strike me if I use any of my ending streams anymore. So ending screen. So yeah, sod it. It's just going to be awkward endings from here on in. And the most awkward endings are the YouTube ones because I have to stop this stream and then I have to manually stop the YouTube one. So yeah, that's how it is. And that's enough of that. I'm out. And YouTube, I'm going to be out in a second. Raid.